Hey you guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Okay you guys, today we're going to talk about why you should not ignore your 3D. I know this is contrary to all of what you've heard, and I just really want to come on here and explain this when you're manifesting, why I think it's not a good idea to ignore your 3D in regards to manifesting. Okay, guys, sorry, I kind of look like a hot mess. I worked out this morning, threw on this little hat here. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a lovely morning or afternoon whenever you're watching this video. If you guys want to work together, check out the description link below. I offer a variety of ways that we can work together, packages, emails, one-on-one. I am going to come up with some courses. Give me some ideas maybe of some courses you guys want me to create for you as well. But anyway, yeah, so if you guys want to work together, check out the description link below, or you can always email me. The description's in there. And always, you guys, let's share, like, and comment so we can help other people as well, okay? No matter where you're starting out on this manifestation journey, you know, it can be helpful to share your successes and share each other on with your manifestation. And you should be testing this out at all times as well, because you're a conscious creator at all times, not just when you're choosing to consciously create something. Doesn't have to come, what I'm trying to say, doesn't have to just come to an SP or, money or a job. Anyway, let's dive into this video because you're always creating. I guess I'll say more about that in the video. If you want more, I think I have also a video called You Are God of Your Reality. So you can look at that as well. So you guys, why do I think that you should not ignore your 3D? Okay. I know people say that, and I might have said that in the past too, but I'm going to come on here and say that if I said that, this is what I want you guys to start doing. I don't think that's a good idea. All right. Because your 3D is a mirror. It's a reflection of what you have going on. It's like your feedback loop. Okay. And you are having a human experience as well. Okay. So it's not that you're going to be ignoring this. When I read and have read all the great mystics, and including Neville Goddard, one of the things he said was The Power of Awareness. If you've not read that book, it's a great book to read. And in that book, or if you look at Joseph Murphy, Power of Subconscious Mind, all of it, okay, there's so many people saying this. Nobody really said to ignore the 3D. They said go in your imagination and shut off your senses when you want to imagine something different. Okay, they didn't say necessarily ignore it. Okay, so what you see in the 3D is supposed to be a reflection to show you what's going on within. Now, this means you're not supposed to fear your 3D. Okay, you don't have to fear your 3D because you're the operant power. You can go in your imagination and change it. All right, what the 3D is going to show you is like a reflection, what you have going on within yourself, what your beliefs are, okay, what your assumptions are, okay, and then you can change it based on that. So, for me, if you just ignore it, you're kind of doing what we've always done, right? Like what we've always been taught, which is let's suppress, let's, escape our emotions, let's suppress them, repress them, all those things. And then you hear about manifesting, you're taking to another level. Well, that's not what we're supposed to be doing, you guys. We're actually supposed to be looking at it, okay? So we can become aware of it. And if it's something that we don't like, we look at it and say, oh, that's a feedback loop. There must be something inside of me that I have going on that keeps perpetuating this story, okay? So therefore, I can change it. So if there's something in my 3D, what is my perception? Okay, if something shows up in my reality that I don't like, what am I making it mean about me? Okay, so that's what you want to start with, okay? You see something, because not everything is going to trigger you. You actually want to look at your triggers. What is upsetting you? Stop ignoring it because, it's like Carl Jung said, you got to make the subconscious conscious. And that's what we're going to do when you work with me. I'm going to listen to everything you're saying because listen, you guys, we all have blind spots because these things are going on autopilot in our brain, and everybody has a different scenario. Everybody has different experiences that make them see the world differently based on their upbringing, their thoughts, experiences. So, that's what I'm here for you guys, is to see what you're saying so I can help change, figure out those blind spots if you're not able to figure this out yourself. But again, back to the video, is the whole point is you're supposed to be aware of it, okay? So how are you going to become aware of what you're thinking, what your triggers are, what your reactions are to be able to change them if you're ignoring them, Okay. Now, I think people might be saying that because they're saying don't spend a lot of energy in dwelling and thinking that you can't change it and thinking it's solid and real. And I am going to tell you that as well. You don't have to dwell on it and think that you can't change it. It's unmovable and it's going to take a lot of arduous, hard work to change it. I'm not saying that either. I'm saying you see something in your reality, or even you see your assumptions that you don't like or your thoughts. Stop ignoring those. Okay. Stop ignoring those. See those because you're bringing them to light. Okay, you're looking at them and then you can change your assumptions. So let's say, you have somebody in your reality that you feel is like ignoring you. Okay, so the step would be like, oh my gosh, they're ignoring me. How does that make me feel? It makes me feel like I'm not important or a priority. All right, great. I see it. I have that going alive in me. That's my assumption. I don't feel like a priority. I don't feel good enough. Okay, there could be various things going on. Or maybe it's about money, okay? Maybe you're not getting the money that you want, or it could be career. It could be anything in your reality, okay, that's happening. So you look at it, right? You look at what's happening. You look at your triggers, okay? You go within and you start manifesting what you want. You go in your imagination and create something to imply that it is done, okay? Whether that be an affirmation, scripting, visualization, that's up to you. But basically, again, like this is all feedback loop. So again, if I see something in my reality that I don't like, my job is not to think, oh my God, this is so solid and real. I'm never going to be able to change this. This is just how it is. No, I look at it, I see it, and then I start making my intention for what I want want it to change to. Okay, whether again, whatever technique you want to use, then you look at, okay, what assumptions leading to this, and therefore I can change that assumption. Because remember, everything comes within. Okay, so that's why not everybody gets bothered about the same things, because it's something alive inside of you. So again, if something's showing up in your 3D, we're taking that as a mirror, okay? We're taking that as a reflection. So therefore you go within again, and I keep saying this, repeating myself, so hopefully this is setting in. Then you say, okay, I have that assumption inside of me. Therefore, let me go inside and change my assumptions. Okay, it's just like, I've said this a million times, if I'm looking in the mirror and trying to apply my lip gloss, the lip gloss is not going to put on itself, okay? I have to put the lip gloss on and it's going to reflect. Okay, same thing, let's say, I don't know, this is silly. I sometimes get pepper in my tooth, okay? Get stuck in my tooth. So therefore I have to look in the mirror to see if it's there so I can get the pepper out that's in between my teeth, okay? The same thing. So I'm aware of it. Okay, am I aware? Oh, wow, I see there's pepper in my tooth. Therefore, I need to go take that pepper out, okay? Therefore, I don't have pepper in my tooth. So look in the mirror, change it. Same thing is what the 3D is. You look at it as a mirror, as a reflection, you see what's alive inside of you, and then you go within and change your assumption. We don't want to fear it, okay? Because if you're fearing it, you're repressing it, then you're not going to be able to change it. All right. So you don't, again, we're saying don't dwell on it and don't think it's immovable. But the fact is you have to kind of see what's going on in the feedback loop. It's a feedback loop. That's what it's meant for. It's the scary part when you think that you can't change it, but you have to be aware of it first, right? So don't be fearful or blame yourself, because it's another thing which I've talked about in previous videos, or people, blaming this stuff. Well, I created it and then taking breadcrumbs. No, you unconsciously create it. Great. Now you can see it. Hey, look, I think I deserve breadcrumbs. All right, I think I should tolerate bad behavior. This guy's always doing bad behavior to me. Great, I'm gonna go within and start saying, F this, I deserve better things, okay? I deserve to be treated like a queen. This is my new assumption. This person always treats me like a queen, all right? Or this person's always telling me no and they never agree with me, or they're so stubborn. You start making your intention, and then they start thinking it's their idea, not solid and real. Like, it's the feedback, so you see it, you're not ignoring it. You're like, oh, this is what they're showing up as. It pisses me off. I don't like it. Therefore, I must have assumption about them being a jerk for some reason, which I could have created that way, or it could be within me thinking that I don't deserve this. Either way, let me start going within my intentions, my imagination, and start intending or affirming or scripting or visualizing a scene that would imply that the person's not that way anymore, and I'm treated with a bunch of adoration. Okay, but I'm not going to ignore it and pretend like it's not happening. That's going to perpetuate the bad behavior. Okay, I'm going to see it, call a spade, and then I'm going to start going within my imagination. That's how we change, you guys. The 3D is a feedback loop, but you have to be aware of what you're making that feedback loop mean. All right, so if you're making it mean I'm ignored, I'm unloved, I can't get what I want, Therefore, you go within your assumptions. Now, again, I'm not going to give you guys, this is a very generic intention. So I'm not going to say these intentions are going to work for everybody. So again, specifically, if you want intentions, you can come, that's what one-on-one coaching is. We can really figure out what your blocks are so we can apply those. Okay. And they're not really blocks, they're just blind spots, you know, that you're not able to see sometimes because you've been living your life and it's on autopilot. And there's nothing wrong with that either. That's what I'm here for, to help guide you guys. Okay. So anyway, I just want to, hopefully this is making sense and resonating with you guys. You do not have to be afraid of your 3D. You can use it as feedback. You can use it as a mirror. Again, it's power of awareness. Read Neville Goddard's book if you want to take it from someone else. All right, you have to be aware. Okay, you have to be aware what's showing up. And then the second thing, because if you're not aware of showing up, something else I want to say, then you're going to just be having these feelings of like not, I don't know, they kind of come in form of feelings. Maybe you don't know where they're coming from, but they might come feelings of anxiety, feelings of sadness, feelings of depression. Sometimes that stems from the fact because our needs aren't being met, right? And then we think we're being selfish for wanting our needs met. And then we're like supposed to ignore it. And oh my God, we created it, so we deserve it. So this whole damn feedback loop is ridiculous. So therefore, no, okay? We are going to change that. We're going to be aware what's showing up. We're going to be aware of what it's making us feel. And then we're going to go start making our intentions for what we want to see. Okay. Does that make sense, you guys? All right. I hope this makes sense because I think this will help you guys because, the other thing I want to say is in addition to that, then you can start becoming aware of what you do want. Okay. So that's the whole other reason why I want you guys to do this, because if you're dismissing and repressing all these things that you don't want, then you're not going to be able to see what you do want. Okay, so what I'm saying is some people get stuck in that. I'm going to ignore this, and not everybody, but I've seen this with a lot of people. They get stuck in it, they ignore it, they blame themselves, so they miss that whole point to actually address what they want. Okay, if something's showing up in your reality that you don't like, again, you don't have to ignore it. Actually, it's a great signal to show you that you don't have something, and you have an unmet need that you want met. Okay, so therefore, you're like, okay, what is this showing me? Okay, you know what? I feel like I want to be chosen more. Great. Let me start making my intentions for that. Okay. That's how this works. All right. So that's why we want to be definitely aware of what is showing up. So therefore we can change it. All right. Just like I said, you're going to look in the mirror, to every day. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys don't, but I look at the mirror to brush my teeth, make sure I get everything out of them. Okay. I look in the mirror to put my contacts in. I look in the mirror to see if my mascara is smudged. I look in the mirror to see if I have, lip gloss, if I didn't put it on right, whatever it is. I don't know. My SP looks in the mirror so he can shave. Okay. But you're not going in the reflection and changing that, right? So whatever you want to look at with this scenario, you're doing it in the reflection is mirroring that, right? It's mirroring what you're doing. So same thing with your internal world. You see what's being reflected back. So let's say my SP is shaving and he misses a spot right here, right? He's going to see that. So therefore he can shave it. Okay. He's not going to get mad at his reflection for like, oh, why the hell didn't you, he's not going to get mad at his reflection. He's going to go, oh, all I need to do is go and just shave this little piece off here. All right. Does that make sense, you guys? So that's kind of what we want to look at the 3D as well. Oh, okay. You know what? I see that I have that going on inside of me. It doesn't feel good. What do I want? What do I want? Oh, this is what I want. I want to make more money. I want to be promoted. I want to be respected at my job. I want to be respected in my reality. Everybody has different things going on. The thing is, another thing, and I can make another video about this, is people also are not giving themselves permission to even have their desire. And I think that can come from that lack of, like I said, the lack of like really looking at what's going on in your reality because you're so fearful. So therefore, use as a feedback loop, as I said, then you can get clear on what you truly want. Give yourself that permission. You really don't have any prereqs to get what you want. It's just your limiting beliefs that think that you can't have it. Another video on that. Okay, I'll do another video. In fact, I think I have some videos on that. But for this video, let's remember we do not have to ignore your 3D. Be aware of it. Don't take it as something that's stuck and unchangeable and you can't change it. It's malleable. That's not it. You can mold it into something else. But you have to kind of see what's happening, see what you're making it, figure out what you want, and then start creating, what you want from that. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? Go into your imagination. Then shut off your senses, okay? You will need to shut off your senses in that and ignore all the logic that's telling you that you can't have that. I will say that if I've not made that clear, you will want to shut off your senses that tell you that you can't have it, all right? Shut off that logical mind. Go within, start imagining what you want. So use 3D as a feedback, then go and decide what you want, okay? Because it's just a reflection. All right, you guys, I intend this video was super helpful. Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done that. All right, you guys, if you're going to work together, check out the description link below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.